Hey guys, I'm going to review Kenfong's Alpha Beast clone. This is the gray version, like the base gray with the satin blade. I anodized it gold, so now you know it's real titanium. He claims there's a D2 steel blade on this, but I highly doubt it. So don't buy this with intentions of EDCing a D2 performance blade. Comes with a pocket clip, but I took a bit of it off since the sex bolts were too big for me to take it completely off. And now I'm going to go over a brief background of this. I actually owned an Alpha Beast a year ago, so I know how it flips. I know how it performs. I know pretty much everything about it. I flipped it for it felt like a very long time to me. But I sold off most of my Balisongs a long time ago, 6 months ago. Can't believe I'm saying that's a long time ago. But yeah, I sold off all my Balisongs 6 months ago, and I decided to come back into the hobby. But I did not want to buy a $400, $300 BRS Balisong again, or any Balisong in that range, because I didn't know if I wanted to stay in the hobby again. So I went with the Kenfong Alpha Beast clone. So shipping, you can get free shipping on this bad boy. The knife costs $100. You can get free shipping with that with China Post, but I chose FedEx since it's a lot faster, like 10 times faster. And I got it in 5 days. And it came with a sheath. It came with extra parts for the knife. And it also came with screws. And time to get into the details. The handles on this, I think they're a lot thinner than a real Alpha Beast. I'm not sure. They might be a tad bit thinner, but they feel thinner in the hands compared to my real Alpha Beast. As for the tang pins, going back onto this, they feel pretty strong. I feel like they're going to last, the tang pins. The tang pins are pretty good. So don't worry about that. It came unmarked, the blade. A lot of people are going to appreciate that. I anodized it, of course. And here's the handle play. This is me putting minimal force on this. Like, I'm not putting any force on this at all. You can see my grip here. As you can see, it has a fair amount of handle play. And let me show you the blade rub on this bad boy. It has a shit ton of blade rub. So yeah, that's the blade rub on it. Yeah, that should not happen. There, as you can hear the blade moving. I mean, it's supposed to do that, but it's not supposed to do it as violently as this knife has it. So before I do my conclusion, I'm going to try to do this as non-biased as possible, so you guys have a good idea of how this knife should perform and how it does perform. I saw an Instagram post of someone having Kenfong's Venom Beast, which does have the same hardware. I asked them, and it didn't have this much handle play. It didn't have this much blade rub. And it flipped amazing. I mean, this one flips alright, but it didn't have as much handle play. It didn't have as much blade rub. And the tolerances were amazing on his specific model, or whatever. In his specific knife. This knife doesn't have the same tolerances, doesn't have the same handle play, doesn't have the same blade rub. So, I contacted Kenfong on DHgate, and basically his response was, I'm sorry, this is the first, bad review I've heard about this on my knife. And I'm like, well, that sucks, okay. Well, is there anything we can do to resolve this issue? Maybe send me new parts, send me a replacement knife? Because, I mean, I paid $100 still for this, or $130 because of the, the FedEx shipping, but that's just me. So that's still a fair amount of money for a knife, if you ask anyone. So he hasn't gone back to me for about a week. I messaged him today again, asking, like, hey, can we please resolve this issue? I paid a fair amount of money. He still hasn't gone back to me, but it's been a day. So do I recommend this knife? I mean, to compare the flipping, it is more balanced probably than a Benchmade 42 clone, like a $30 one. But it flips exactly like it. Like the handles, it doesn't feel solid while flipping. It's hard to explain. It feels very flimsy, and it feels very cheap. And it shouldn't happen when there's titanium handles and it's a $100 knife and it has bushings. It should not happen. It really shouldn't. So I'm kind of disappointed, and I really hope Kenfong can help me resolve this issue.